Welcome to the Wrestling Around Weekly Wrestling Roundup. Where's Ross, you might be asking? He's at work, so it sucks to be him, doesn't it? So you joined me, Rob, by my two Peters.
Fucking hell. Rob Peters.
Rob Peters.
I was just going to, commend you on your fantastic intro there. I thought you did a lot more, you're a lot more enthusiastic than Ross.
Peters.
And then you fucked it up by just picking a fake name. What the fuck, Rob?
Oh, it's going well. It's going well. A sneak behind the curtains. I broke kayfabe on it. Terry Peters here, reporting for duty. And I'm joined, as always, by my two illustrious co-hosts. The world-famous Aaron Franklin. Aaron, how are we doing?
I'm not just world-famous, am I? World-famous wrestling journalist, Xavier. This is poor presenting.
Anyone, I think
so well.
Yeah,
for a brief period.
Right, if you're gonna get our intros right, get them right.
I'm joined by the world-famous wrestling journalist, Aaron Franklin. Aaron, how are we doing?
It's well famous, world-class wrestling journalist. Come on.
Third time lucky. Come on.
I forgot what he said. Right, I'm joined by Aaron.
Well, fucking hell.
Aaron, how are we doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks. How are you doing? Obviously not so great. Going by your intro.
I was doing better until I butchered this intro. So yeah, I thought I was going to knock Ross off his presenting duties, but no, he's firmly backing him. But he'll be having a good laugh at this, no doubt. Anyway, and I'm then joined as well by the world famous Scoop L.
No,
I don't care. You're world famous this week.
World renowned,
ever-present
Scoop L.
The well-renowned, ever-present Scoop L.
I've got a big scoop straight off the bat. Right, I can exclusively reveal the wait for it. DDP is retired from wrestling.
Does that just come through?
It's not going to have another match, yeah.
But he's going into the world of showbiz now, isn't he? So
yeah, he's got a new Netflix series, hasn't
he?
Potentially two.
In the world of showbiz already. Someone said he'd already been there.
Yeah.
He's been in Devil's Rejects, hasn't he? Bob Zombie film. That was me last week. He's been in a couple of films. It's just like cameo shit. But yeah, he's got his own TV show, which is like
DDP.
It's like a superhero thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but then he's also got one because Buff Bagwell has gone into DDP's rehab. And DDP's on about making a TV show where he has like 5 or 6 people who come and do like his rehab / boot camp DDP yoga.
I'd pay for that, to watch that.
Does it make it sad or comedy, doesn't it?
Who would we want in DDP? In fact, no, we can't say this because that's a very morbid conversation. Isn't
I'm going to go for it. Hulk Hogan.
Oh, God. That's something else we can add.
Ric Flair, because then they can rehab the reputations as well as the bodies. So Hogan, Flair.
Oh, God.
Benoit Asuakoto, I was going to say, from Spurs.
Former Tottenham player.
Yeah. I don't know. You thought. I'm trying to think. Like,
yeah, we'll go with that.
Then yeah,
we'll go with that.
Guess how it's spelled, aren't I?
Yep.
Yeah.
You've called work for yourself. So your own scoop has messed you up. Well done.
Yeah, it's gonna have just like a list of wrestling nonsense about it.
Well, for fuck's sake. It's been a busy week in the news of wrestling, the world of wrestling this week. We've had differing news from multiple shows as well, haven't we? And multiple companies. We'll start with the big one. Tony Khan. He's done a Vince McMahon, hasn't he? He's gone and bought Ring of Honor.
Oh, all the AEW boys, fanboys, are just absolutely gushing over this, aren't they? You've seen all over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I don't think it's a bad move. I think it's quite a good move because apparently he's going to use it a bit like NXT, isn't he? As a developmental brand.
I've got a theory which will link into another bit of news. So, I'll link it.
And the rumors they paid like 30-40 million for it.
Is that what?
Yeah, it's massively overpaid for it.
For what? A logo? There's no wrestlers.
And the video library, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's the video library is the big one.
I think the video library is the big one. It wouldn't surprise me if he tries to create like a network type thing with that video library.
Well, apparently
people would pay for it.
No, so this is apparently what the big news is because he's been teasing big news, hasn't he? Apparently he may have come to a deal with HBO's streaming service.
For AEW
That's the
and
one.
Ring of Honor. Or
Yes.
just Ring of Honor?
I don't know AEW from what I mean, but if it's all one company now, it'll be for all of it, won't it?
Yeah. So I suppose it'd be like the WWE network with ECW.
It'll just be like Peacock, won't it?
Yeah, basically. It'll be the same thing, and it'll have like I say, the ECW stuff on it, the WCW version. You know what I mean? Like WWE obviously showcases all that as well, doesn't it? Which you can find in this week's wrestling episode on Wednesday when we will be covering Super Brawl 7.
You watched it yet?
I've got an hour left.
Well, what were you going to do if we were doing it tonight?
Nah, I was going to watch it before, but then the message came through, so... It's pretty good, actually. I don't actually mind it.
So, yeah, it's great.
Whoa.
Peak WCW, isn't it?
That's a first for Peters of WCW.
I actually don't mind it. There you go. There's a big scoop for you in this news video. I don't mind a WCW pay-per-view. On some of it, anyway.
Just wait till you get to the end of it, mate.
Oh, God. Right, I'm just putting... I know it's a news video, but I'm putting this out there. WCW pay-per-views are shit at the end. They always start really well and then just fall off the edge of a cliff, but we'll get there one way.
Yeah, that was kind of the thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you can find out more about my thoughts on that on Wednesday when it comes to it. But news... So, yeah, Tony Khan is now the owner of Ring of Honor. That is pretty big, though, isn't it, in the world of wrestling land?
I don't know. I don't get it, right? Maybe it's because I don't really like it. Well, no, I do. I just don't like the fans. But I don't know. Like, I can't see really what he's going to do with it. Like, there's no...
Everyone has just turned off.
Yeah, I know. But he's not bought... He's bought a name, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But he's not bought... You know, there's no wrestlers because they've released everyone.
Aren't they doing a Super Card of Honor this year?
Yeah, but it's like an indie show, isn't it?
Is that what it is?
Joe Henry's going to be on it, which is pretty cool.
Because we went to a Super Card of Honor, didn't we? And it was,
yeah,
to be fair, bloody fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there's no... Do you know what I mean? There's no TV deal, so he's not really bought a lot, has he? He's bought the tape library, essentially. And
I don't think that's too important. If you look at like the size of his roster, he can almost just cut it in two, can't he?
Yeah.
And send all the new up and coming guys to Ring of Honor, essentially. He ain't going to find it hard to find a TV deal, is he? For Ring of Honor.
All the up and coming guys on his roster, like Mark Henry, Big Show,
Jericho, yeah.
Sting.
That'd be great. That's what they should do, actually, all guys. But yeah, I don't know. I know I said it was going to be industry changing, but I can't see how it would be, basically.
No.
Like, do you know what I mean?
I think it's going to be a very interesting move to see what he does with it.
Yeah.
But then there was news, wasn't there, that apparently good old Trips, wanted to buy it a couple of years. 2018, he wanted to buy it. And
I saw that. The thing is, what I don't get is, I don't understand at what point does Tony Khan become burnt out? Because surely he's got so much on his plate now, whereas WWE is such a big thing, isn't it? That lots of people do lots of different things, whereas everything seems to be Tony Khan in AEW in terms of elevation.
It's a bit like
Ring of Honor now.
Paul Heyman in ECW, but more importantly, with money.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's what it seems like to me, because ultimately you need... I'm not going to take it away from him. He's got a creative mind. You can tell he's got a creative mind, Tony Khan. But at what point does he use all his ideas over his different shows and then maybe run out of them? Well, and at what point does he become burnt out? Because it's going to be a difficult challenge.
I don't think he does everything, does he? He doesn't do all the scripts and stuff. He leaves a lot of that down to the roster. And they kind of come up their own creative ideas, and I'm guessing he just signs them off.
Is that well, that's another story for another day. But I just think he is going to become one of those people where I think it could potentially become a little bit too much for him in terms of trying to please everybody. And I think that's where it's going to fall down. And I'll be honest, you've seen some reports that some people are happy there now. And then I just think with another show as well that he's now got to sort out and another roster of people, how much is that going to take?
I think he'll give it to someone. I think I think they've said they're going to Ring of Honor a bit like NXT used to be, where it was technically developmental, but it wasn't really. It was just a fair brand, wasn't it? It was a bit different.
So
a
we'll
bit
see
of a standalone company.
versus Aleister Black again then.
Yeah, you could do, but I think also you can give it to somebody else. Like there's probably someone, even if you could even
in that company, surely. But
it doesn't need to be in a company. William Regal. You know, there's people out there.
That's a good shout, to be fair, that Regal could do it. Because I think that'd be a really good thing for Regal to do.
Has he not signed with Impact, though?
Regal, has he?
Regal.
Has
I don't know.
I know Lance Storm has recently.
I know Tommy Dreamer basically offered Regal a job at Impact.
To be fair, I think whoever gets Regal has got a very good wrestling mind, haven't they?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
They've got a fantastic wrestling mind. And I think it would be a shame I think it's a massive shame that WWE let him go. I know this is a different thing, but I think it would be a real coup for Tony Khan to get him.
Yeah.
Well, we might get Hunter. Apparently, Hunter's WWE days might be done.
I mean, that is going to send shockwaves, isn't it, throughout the wrestling world if that happens?
Well, it was not really excuse. Everyone saw it with Vince on the Pat McAfee show, which I think is story number 2, so I won't preempt too much. But
it is story number 2, but we'll go there.
He said something along the lines of, I expected more from my family. And I went, whoops, I shouldn't have said that. But when Pat McAfee was talking about Succession and comparing it to HBO drama Succession, which I've never seen.
Really, what he means is Shane McMahon should have won the Royal Rumble.
Well, he said something like, at one point he went, what did he say? You know, even if they're not the right person for the business, they shouldn't be here. And the business goes before the family, basically, which I think was a pointed look at Shane. It could be revenge Triple H too.
I think the thing is,
Stephanie.
Triple H did a good job.
Yeah,
we've always known that business comes before family.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think it just goes without saying, doesn't it? I think everyone knows that because if the family came first, he would not be sat in that chair at the age of 74.
Yeah, a bit older than that, I think. Yeah,
78, 75.
I think. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think that's clear. And like you say, whether it is a dig at somebody in the family, I don't know. Yeah. He's 76, the man himself.
Well, if you think to Triple H, he's never going to get back in the ring to wrestle following what's kind of health conditions over the last year or so. If Vince is not going to give him the opportunity to step back into some sort of creative or operational role, shall we say, is he going to look at going elsewhere?
So the contract does say McMahon Helmsley, and Stephanie goes as well. There you go, booked it. Yeah. Oh, Levette. Oh, it'll probably be down as Levette these days, won't it? But I think Triple H and William Regal at Ring of Honor would be absolutely fantastic. To be fair, then they can take over. Then they can take over Dynamite and get rid of Tony Khan.
That'd be cool if that's what they're doing. Yeah, in some ways it's a bit sad that Ring of Honor is now becoming a developmental brand when it was its own proud thing. Oh, I guess it's always a developmental brand in a way.
I was going to say in a way it has, but in the terms of its root, I suppose it's like ECW. It's got this cult following, hasn't it? And it's no disrespect to Ring of Honor or ECW, but it was never going to be the WWE machine. It's never going to be anything like that. And it has done good stuff. It has produced good stars. So I don't think it is being disrespectful to say that because you're then keeping that essence of what Ring of Honor was.
Yeah. So you're saying, you know, like when someone gets hit with a chair and everyone's like, ECW. Do you think if someone's like in a 10-minute front face lock now, everyone will be like, ROH, like, oh, someone does a German suplex, or some technical shit.
Probably, I don't know. That'd be ECW rolls off the tongue better, doesn't it? Than ROH.
Ring of Honor.
See, that'd be better.
Yeah,
that's better.
There we go.
That rolls off the tongue a little bit more. But
you know what's got to happen though? It's got to send CM Punk across there, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're all going to the Hall of Fame anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
Danielson, Danielson, Samoa Joe's not signed, but it's a moment of time.
Joe must be going.
It must be. He's another guy. He's another NXT
Cole.
guy. NXT backstage guy. Yeah, I don't think Cole's in the Hall of Fame yet, though, is he?
No, but he's someone that probably could contend because he did a lot of work there, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. If anything, it just makes the video package more interesting, doesn't it, for AEW? Yeah. They've got more stuff to compare on there now.
Yeah, massively. And this was what my theory was. It was Cody's going to go there because his talks with WWE have fizzled out.
It says Cassidy Haynes of bodyslam.net. So, I'm sourcing people now.
That's all right. That's all right. So if those rumors are to be believed, I think he could go there, and it's been a work all this time.
Well, yeah, but
I wouldn't be surprised because that would be Pete Cody Rose to massage his own ego.
David Meltzer says, "No."
Where's David Meltzer from?
Wrestling Observer Newsline.
Thank you.
He says he reckons now he's just going.
To WWE.
to WWE. But, is Meltzer just saying that to do a favour to his boys? AEW.
I'm really on the fence as to where Cody's going to go, to be honest.
He says, so Dave Meltzer says, the reality is at this moment, creative and WWE is working on stuff for him, and unless it falls through, it would be soon. Cassidy Haynes says, talks have fizzled out. Who's lying? Who's telling the truth?
I think you'll find out the night after WrestleMania.
I'm going to wait for WrestleVotes to tweet.
I think you'll find out the night after WrestleMania.
Shouldn't have waited that long. Yeah, they must do it earlier.
Yeah, because they're not going to bring him in now. It'll be a massive, massive way to get people talking about the company after WrestleMania.
Yeah, but also Pat McAfee the other day was like, Cody Rhodes, who cares? We're signing him, whatever. Get for AEW. He's just been announced for a match at WrestleMania against an as yet unnamed opponent.
Who do we think the unnamed opponent's going to be?
I mean, probably Austin Theory, but what if it was Cody? He's already got the beef in, hasn't he?
What if it was Vince with Cody as his manager?
That's the rumor, isn't it? That Vince is going to be Pat McAfee's opponent, but there was no mention of that.
No.
On the Pat McAfee show, just the fact that Pat McAfee's definitely wrestling.
I can't wait to watch Pat wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be very good. Then he'll go to Ring of Honor and become their champion. But no, I think Cody, personally, a week ago, I think he'd have gone to WWE. Now there's this Ring of Honor thing come about. I think that's where he's going, personally.
Well, if he's going across there as like to run it.
Yeah, potentially. And then he'll book himself as a world champ for 8 years.
No. Do you remember last time he was Ring of Honor world champion? And he got rid of the belt and he had a ring instead. And I was like,
he called it the brass ring, didn't he?
But then he kept going, it's the Ring of Honor. Do you get it? It's the Ring of Honor. That was me. It was really clever. It was the Ring of Honor. That's my Cody impression, by the way. You're welcome.
It's just the worst. It is just the worst, isn't it?
So what if he does that again? But then he lost to who's the Dalton Castle? It's mad.
Dalton Castle.
Yeah.
Weird. Weird. But I'm quite excited to see Ring of Honor back.
If it is back, I don't know what it's going to be.
If it's back, that's more what I mean.
I think the most interesting thing for me now is that because Ring of Honor have already got Supercard of Honor in Dallas, AEW are running a WrestleMania weekend show for the first time, technically. That's going to be interesting.
Supercard of Honor is on the 1st of April, so it's the night of WrestleMania. And NXT, I think, is the same day in the daytime.
So actually doing it on the card, we're doing it.
I'm sure I saw
something. 1st of April is the Friday.
Oh, yeah, of course it
SmackDown.
Is. So it's the night before WrestleMania then, and SmackDown.
Yeah. That's a jam-packed weekend.
NXT Stand and Deliver
is lunchtime on the Saturday.
Yes. So you've got on the Friday night.
Yes. I've just realised, right? I'm just excited about something like football related slightly.
Go on then.
Hull City's home game is on the move to the Friday now.
Yeah.
So we can watch NXT Stand and Deliver live. It's going to be like 5 o'clock for us.
What?
Brilliant. On the Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, that is good, actually. I've actually just plunged the air there, listeners.
What a day.
That is fantastic. Yeah, so the local start time is 11 a.m. or 12.
Yeah, so that's
11 a.m. Yeah, so yeah, it will be. And it's
the thing is, like, for
3 hours.
I know they're running against SmackDown, but SmackDown and Ring of Honor are both going to sell out that night because you've got 100,000 wrestling fans who just need something to do. Do you remember last time we were in Dallas? People were paying $3,000 for those NXT tickets.
Seriously,
why didn't we sell? In fact, I know why we didn't sell them, but we could have literally paid for it.
We didn't tell you because we knew you'd have sold it. We'd have had some fucking weirdo. We'd have ended up next to fucking David Bix and Spanner somehow, fucking Sidgwick, wouldn't we? Like,
I wouldn't have sold that ticket. I think Ring of Honor will sell out a lot quicker than NXT will.
NXT are running the American Airlines Center, which is a big venue for a lunchtime. But again,
it's a weird time to have it.
What else are you going to do?
What else are they
going to do unless it's on Thursday night?
When is the Hall of Fame?
Same SmackDown. It's the same night.
Yeah, after SmackDown, isn't it?
After SmackDown,
right.
Yeah.
That's going to be a bloody long night.
That's going to be a long night. Yeah. There's only at the moment they've only got Undertaker, haven't they? And Vince is inducting him.
Vince is inducting him, isn't he? I suppose that's another bit of news from this week, which again links into the Vince and Pat podcast, which was aired yesterday at time of recording, which we've spoke about a little bit and brought up some very interesting points, I think. I've not listened to the full thing. I don't know if either of you two have, or
I'm nearly there. I've got about 10 minutes left.
It's on my watch list.
Anything notable, Lou?
It's just a fascinating bloke, isn't he?
I saw
he really
where he said he likes confrontation.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he kind of passed over mentioning AEW. Really, Pat McAfee mentioned it.
I did see that, but I think Vince is always going to pass up on that.
Yeah, a few interesting bits. Kind of they touched on releases, and he was like, "Oh, I don't really like doing it. I've still got a hat, but I've got shareholders to answer for." Was basically his answer to that one.
It is business related, isn't it? I think that's the thing with releases. It's always going to come down to business because, like you say, if he has got shareholders that want answers, want shares, want stocks, whatever, he's got to have a look at what's selling and what's not, isn't he? I think it's as much as
I think that's what you're saying.
Some of them,
yeah.
As much as some you don't agree with some of them, or some people probably have been let down, but business is business, isn't it? Sometimes, unfortunately, and again, going back to TK, he just lets contracts expire. I don't think that's always the best way to go.
No, not if you're not using people. Let them
go. I think but at the same time, you're going to financially hurt people, aren't you?
Yeah, guaranteed money. So 6 months after doesn't do that. It's not the right way. It depends what people want. But what else did he say? So that was quite interesting. Talked about Saudi Arabia a bit. Said he'll work anywhere because fans are fans. Basically, was his answer to that.
Yeah, because he said they don't like the government, but they like Western people.
Interestingly, said they'll work anywhere the same day, which they quite rightly. I don't like to touch on it too much, but they pulled the shows from Russia, didn't they, yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes.
So well done, WWE.
Yeah, well done, WWE, on that one. Like I said, that's all we'll say on that matter over in the East at the moment. But I think again, it's a bit of access to Vince McMahon that you've never usually had before, or never going to have all that much of. So I think, to me, it's quite a big sort of step.
Yeah, it was just really interesting, to be honest. I thought Pat McAfee did it really well because he's such an enthusiastic guy. The bit that I loved about it the whole way through, Pat McAfee kept going, "Oh, thank you for being here," and then like after the 4th time, Vince was like, "You only had to say thanks once, pal." It looked really genuinely irritated. He kept thanking him. He was just like, "Dude, you're fucking awesome," you know that. And like Vince is just like, sounded absolutely cringing.
I did notice when I did see that when Vince dies, he wants a second before he dies to thank everybody.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite interesting because he was like, "I could be hit by a bus tomorrow, but I'll not a second before I want to say thank you." It's weird because Pat was saying he's like a cyborg, which he is in a way, but you just think, yeah, he actually knows he's going to die one day as well, doesn't he? Which
I think it's a normal human. But then someone on the internet pointed out, and they're quite right, that the impression that most people have built up of Vince are from pissed off wrestlers who left him free.
Yeah, so that's it.
It's never going to be a positive one, is it? And even if someone does say something positive, like Bruce Pritchard, everyone's just like, "Oh, he's just kissing his ass." So you don't really get like a kind of you're never going to get an unbiased opinion anyway. But yeah.
One interesting fact that I noted as well was Vince McMahon squatted 1,000 pounds.
Yeah,
which is pretty impressive. And he tore his quad twice.
He works out at 1:30 to 3 a.m.
Yeah, I mean that there's a thing about that, isn't there? Dean Ambrose apparently he'd been shagging Renee one night, and he'd gone to get some ice, and he bumped into Vince in some lobby at like 2 a.m. And that's like, and Vince had just come out the gym or something.
Amazing.
Yeah, so and that's probably the best talk they ever have.
When does the guy sleep?
Genuinely, I don't know.
Does he sleep?
Does he? I bet he does like 3 hours sleep a night.
Yeah,
and then just has a
most of the millionaires in the world, though, they say the key to success is about 3 or 4 hours sleep a night.
That's all you need. I don't know how they function. I don't know how Terry functions as a worker like 5 a.m. every day.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you always text it before 7 a.m. You did this morning. You sent me a picture of Jerry Lawler dressed as Batman at like 6:20.
Yeah, that was fantastic, to be fair. If anyone hasn't checked it out, in fact, ridiculous. Aaron, if you've not checked out Jerry Lawler's Instagram, I suggest you go check his story because it is brilliant.
I think I've seen the photo before, to be honest.
I assumed it was something that he'd taken, but it is fantastic. It looks like Del Boy when he's dressed as Batman. And if anyone's not seen that, unfortunately, you have missed out by the time this goes live. But if you can Google Jerry Lawler as Batman, please do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know when the man sleeps.
Yeah. The other highlight actually as well is that we realised that Michael Cole is the Ddp Is of WWE.
Did he call him a bad human?
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
It's like back of card.
I've just set myself up there, haven't
It's just a horrible human being. terrible human being. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, a bit weird that one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think everyone just loves to beat on Cole, but sorry. Yeah. Maybe Vince just does that with his commentators and Cole takes it better than added. Yeah.
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, well, he said that Pat he doesn't berate Pat McAfee at all. Like, he just leaves into it.
I suspect they have a very different relationship.
Well, apparently he's like it with Lawler as well, wasn't
he? Oh, was he?
Yeah, he used to absolutely scream at JR and just leave Lawler to it. Yeah.
I wonder if he maybe has his favourites. He probably knows that people actually like Pat.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. He went, if I didn't like it, you won't be doing it.
Yeah, that's kind of it. Which makes you wonder about the other ones then, doesn't it? For example, like Paul Adnan Beck, who just stood no chance whatsoever.
Foley, he's the one who didn't like
Foley. Paul Heyman to an extent as well, because Vince McMahon will want people presenting his product who he trusts, won't he?
Yeah.
That's the thing. And I think that goes the same with ring announcers and things like that. He will only want people that he can trust.
Yeah. But no, it was absolutely fascinating, I thought. I know some people were like disappointed it was like low ball questions, but he wasn't like a hard hitting. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't on bloody news night with Jamie Paxman. He was on a podcast.
The thing is, though, Vince is going to he'll be screening a question anyway, won't he? I think he'll have had some sort of influence as to what can and can't be said. So
Pat McAfee is just going to ask him stupid questions. What do you want to ask him?
You're never going to get Vince going, yeah, my dong's about 4 foot wide and 6 foot long. It's never going to.
No, he answered that one.
Yeah, I suppose he's a genetic jackhammer.
Yeah, it's bigger than Batista, he said. Yeah.
Oh dear, I did think of something else to bring up, but I've forgotten what it was. So I'll carry on with my.
We'll just talk about big wrestler dicks, if you want.
I could talk about big wrestler abs.
Go on him.
Chris Jericho. So there's an internet conspiracy theory that he's had ab implants.
Or bullshit on it.
Or he's just lost weight, hasn't he? And looks.
I think he's just got shredded, and he got absolutely
Yeah.
clowned on by the NBA fans at that time, and I think he's just got himself into amazing shape afterwards.
I think he's just got rid of his beard gut, hasn't he? More than anything.
And I don't know if you've noticed, I saw two pictures side by side. His face looks a lot thinner as well.
He's cut a beard.
Yeah.
So for the age of 51, the man's looking fantastic. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he's just been on. He's been on tour, and he must just be. Yeah.
The thing is, I think the thing is as well, the age of 51, when you've been and said and done it in the wrestling business, you're probably one of AEW's biggest paid stars. Does he? I mean, yeah, your body needs to be resilient, but he ain't gonna have that much long left anyway, is he, in the ring? So he's probably just thinking, well, I'll have one last good run while I look good, and then get the Y2 dad bod.
I think he'll go till about 55. I think he'll.
He's got a few years left in him. I do think. He's
got another year or two with AEW, and then I think he'll go to WWE, sign on like a 2 year
home run.
Yeah.
I think so. It's pretty much guaranteed. Yeah.
Maybe like another 2 year run with WWE and then Hall of Fame.
I agree, but I think he is looking very good, very trim as well. I think he looks healthy and he looks happy, and I think that's the thing, isn't it? When you're wrestling as well, I have a feeling he might put on a few good matches now, because I have a feeling his condition is a lot better than what it was.
I think he's putting good matches anyway.
I'd be all for that. Okay, better matches.
Yeah, it's got Eddie Kingston Revolution. Is this weekend?
Fucking Eddie Kingston.
Popular wrestler around favourite.
He's just a dick.
Eddie Kingston.
When he saved John Moxley from being killed.
Yeah.
In the explosion.
That was a Revolution last year, wasn't it? So,
yeah, so we're a year on from that. I don't know what the AEW Revolution card is looking like. Let's have a look. I think the
screaming at us now, like, call yourself a wrestling podcast. You don't even know what AEW's pay-per-view is. This weekend, right?
Yeah. March the 6th, yeah. Do you want me to go through the card?
Yeah, and we'll release this early, so now we're there.
So we've got, in the two dark matches, Hook versus QT Marshall, Layla Hirsch versus Chris Statlander. Excuse me. And on your main card, you've got Jay Cargill versus Ty Conti. AHFO, which is Andrade, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy versus Sammy Guevara, Sting, and Darby Allin. Jurassic Express versus Redragon versus the Young Bucks. John Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. Jericho versus Eddie Kingston. Keith Lee versus Orange Cassidy versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks versus Wardlow versus Christian Cage or Ethan Page. DMD Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, sorry, versus Thunder Rosa. CM Punk versus MJF in a dog collar match, and Hangman Page versus Adam Cole, baby. Stacked.
Yeah, it looks like that.
I don't know, I think there's some good, interesting looking match on there. I think a lot of people want to watch Moxley Brian Danielson. I think a lot of people want to watch CM Punk, MJF, and I think a lot of people want to watch Page and Cole.
Mm-hmm. I think Page's hours are numbered as AEW World Champion.
Yes. Do you think he'll lose it to Cole?
I think he has to lose it because he's been very underwhelming from what I've seen.
Yeah,
crowd reactions.
I think he has, but then I also think Adam Cole's been underwhelming.
I don't think he'll lose it. I don't think
he
he'll
lose it to Cole.
I think the most intriguing match is MJF and CM Punk.
Yeah.
I quite like the sound of the ladder match as well for the TNT Championship.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to be as good as the gold standard of multi-man ladder matches, the North American title at New Orleans?
No.
That is it, isn't it? That's...
No, because one, you've got Orange Cassidy in there is fucking dog shit. I think Keith Lee's winning that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I think Keith Lee's winning it.
You can't debut him, and I know he's at his debut match, but you can't debut him and have him not win a ladder match. Then he's just a mid-card if you do that. No better knows he's got to win it.
It kills him before it starts, doesn't it?
He's got to win it. Who else is in there?
Pardon?
Who else is in there?
Orange Cassidy, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Wardlow, Christian Cage, or Ethan Page.
Yeah.
The only
why Christian Cage or Ethan Page?
I don't know.
I'm assuming they've got a match of Revolutions. No, Rampage tonight. Is this record this on a Friday? I assume.
I don't know. Does it say on here? Let me just have a quick look. I don't know why. Nothing's really been said here. Let's have a look. I did see some news that Ethan Page might be stepping away from wrestling. I don't know how true that is. Ethan Page to make major career announcement. That was 2 days ago. So whether that's linked to, there's been nothing about that. So whether that's to do with that, I don't know. But he's wrestling Ethan Page or Christian Cage is on at Rampage.
Yeah, there we go.
By the time this goes out, obviously the pay-per-view, I don't know who wins it.
Yeah. No, I'm going to say I think I'm going to do it Saturday. Friday. I'll do it Friday. It's going out. This is Friday news.
Friday news. You can tell we're all off here, can't you? And we've got no idea what's going on. Date and times.
Ross has thrown us.
Yeah, he has. Dick. Tag titles. I reckon Dragon might win that against Jungle Express and Young Bucks.
If
I quite like Jungle Express.
Would be a good
I don't mind. No, I'm not saying I don't like Jungle Express, but I just think Dragon might win it.
Well, they give the Undisputed Era, or the former Undisputed Era, I don't know what they're called now, all the gold. Is that what you're thinking?
Potentially. And then get somebody else on board.
Roderick Strong.
Yeah. And make him...
It was on NXT UK. He's been on NXT UK recently.
NXT UK?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's turned up at the latest tapings, yeah.
I suppose, to be fair, he ain't going to be on Level Up, is he?
No.
He ain't going to be on Level Up. Has anyone watched Level Up?
No, because it's just 205 Live, isn't it? But
is that what it is?
They're just 205 Live it's got to a point where everyone was over 2 and 5, so they're just changing the name of it, but it's the same show. It's like AEW Dark.
Right, I was going to say, I knew 205 Live had gone. I didn't realize it was like the same.
I think it was what
they were.
Yeah, because at one point WWE bought Evolve, did nothing with them, did they? So maybe that's the way Ring of Honor would have gone if WWE bought them. But I think that's what we're going to. They had NXT Evolve tapings, didn't they, at one point, and in Camden? But I think that's what Level Up tends to be.
Right.
Just developmental for developmental.
So it's like the under 16s to the reserve squad.
I guess so. Yeah, or the C squad. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Level Up works. Obviously, they have this year taken NXT in a totally different direction. Sorry, towards the end of last year. I'm aware this is a news video, and we are just having general wrestling chat as well. But that's fine. It all works. It works.
Never apologize for content.
No. It's to be fair, there haven't really been that big a news this week either. As I say, it's not like we're missing anything. Did we?
Well, last week,
did we touch on Cesaro last week?
No, we didn't.
No, did we? Oh, I can't
we?
remember. Yeah, we did briefly. I think it just happened, didn't it?
So, well, we've not heard anything about where Cesaro could go, which surprises me this week, to be honest. Because usually now there's all the rumors in there of where he's going to go and where he's not going to go.
Maybe they'll just have some time off.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor.
Is that what you reckon?
Yeah, because Chris Hero's a free agent now, right? They can reform the Kings of Wrestling. Supercard of Honor.
That's not a bad shout, you know.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I'd say Ring of Honor or Impact for me. I think he'd do quite well at Impact.
I'd like to see him come back to Europe for a bit, do the Indies in Europe.
Like Dub X Dub.
We've still got anything going on in Europe, though.
Yeah, do progress. Do all the ones that are on a WWE network anyway. Do all.
So we still get him.
Yeah, I want to see him in NGW. I want to see him in Tidal Wrestling in Leeds.
NGW is still a thing.
No,
we haven't really worked this out.
Are you saying Cesaro versus Nathan Cruz?
So I want to see. I want to see him in What Culture Pro Wrestling against Simon Miller in a hair versus hair match.
Why? It's bad.
Yeah.
No, we'd all pay for that. Scalped.
Yeah,
scalp versus scalp. Oh God. Like you say, I think I wouldn't be invested in coming over to Europe and doing it something a little bit different as well. I think that'd be quite a cool thing to see him.
Drew McIntyre didn't know well good. Get the Indies going a bit, wasn't it, over here? It doesn't seem that exciting, does it, at the moment, the indie scene?
No, the indie seems weird at the moment still. I don't know if that's because obviously COVID is still a thing.
I think it's also because all our favourite British wrestlers turn out to be nonsense, Peters. So
yeah, well, that doesn't. I'm all meant on the European scene.
Yeah, okay, right, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't help much. Because there's a lot of names, even from that weren't or haven't done anything that you don't even hear of now. Like, first one that comes to mind, just inside them, like he's totally disappeared, hasn't he?
Oh, I wonder what he's doing.
He was in all them sort of things, wasn't he?
Is he tweeting some wanky shit? It's like the Jake Humphrey of wrestling. Just inside. We've got to thank Jake Humphrey actually for inventing podcasts that allows us to do wrestling around. That was the big news this week, wasn't it? That Jake Humphrey invented podcasts in 2020.
He's a cock, isn't he? But no, Justin Simon was like someone that was always in and around that scene, wasn't he? And nothing's really been mentioned of him.
To kill well, it's not tweeted since 2020.
What was it? A picture of him as a
he was retweeting Tom Campbell because he's not done anything. Oh God, let me just Google news him before we go any further about Justin Simon.
Oh no,
got a bad feeling.
Oh dear.
Just saying.
You might have to cut this bit.
I can't find anything. It'll be all right. No, you're good.
Which also I saw this morning a bit of sad news as well that Gabriel Kidd's taking a bit of time away.
Yeah.
From wrestling. Which is quite sad because, again, like just inside him, he was always on those sort of British shows, wasn't he, before the pandemic hit? We've seen him quite a few times, haven't we? I always quite liked Gabriel Kidd. I thought he was very good.
I think he's just suffered with his mental health, hasn't he?
Yeah, so. He went over to Japan as well, didn't he? I think.
Yeah, as a young lion.
Yeah. Like I say, it's sad news, and I hope, everyone at Wrestling Around obviously wishes him well. But I think, again, if he came back, I think he could do good things. A lot of good things. But we wish him well. Like I say, it was just something I saw this morning. I was like, oh, right. But
apparently Becky Lynch is unfollowed Nia Jax as well.
Oof.
Oh, hasn't she said something this week, Nia Jax, that's upset somebody?
Again?
She's basically said that she gets frequent calls from people at WWE and they all say that they're unhappy. I think she's just bitter, isn't she?
Yeah. I think she thought she was untouchable.
Yeah, because she was the Rock's cousin. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, to be fair.
She's never going to get another wrestling job in her life.
She's also made problematic comments about Russia and Ukraine.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, fucking hell.
So she's Ken.
Oh, God, what a dick he is. What a dick. This week he was saying that mass, hurt kids. Come on, mate, you wore one. Yeah. That's what made your career, was wearing one. Without that, you'd still be a dentist.
Just a tool, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, God, it's bad, isn't it?
I always thought Kane was all right. I always got told he was like an intelligent bloke for a wrestler.
I hate the internet sometimes.
Yeah,
really,
because you find out
what? Genuinely, the internet ruins.
It's the whole thing, innit? Like never meet your heroes.
Yeah. Although we almost did that time, didn't we? When we walked into WrestleMania Access, he was just casually sat there as we walked in on the right hand side.
I guess never follow your heroes on Twitter as well as ever.
Yeah.
Your
heroes should never tweet. Your heroes should just carry on in character.
I'll go into politics. Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah. It's not something we want to get into, but Jesus Christ, the internet ruins a lot of things, doesn't it? Yeah. It really, really does. I can't think of anything more news. I think.
Oh, there's been some big news this week.
Some big news,
yeah. Week of Wednesday Wrestling, Around. Week of Wednesday Wrestling. The final one of 2019.
About time, isn't it? Yeah, it was Around Games. So I can't remember what else happened. Oh, Adam Coleslaw is now the new henchman champion. So
are your characters transferring over to WWE?
Yeah, but why I've decided to push an Adam Cole model 2 weeks before he's not on a new game, it's beyond me. So hopefully
that's a stupid move.
Pretty soon. Otherwise, it'll have to be transitioned across to Michael Coleslaw if he's in the game. So he's a henchman. He's a new henchman champion. So that was good. Won a battle royal. Bad night for the Big Bad Wolf. Bad. We'll get into it, but bad night. What else happened? There's some other matches. Terry Peters lost to Phil Brown.
Absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, Phil Brown's coming back. Did Rand have a match?
Rand had a match.
Who the fuck did he lose to? Can't remember now.
The Corn.
Yeah, the KFC champion won it because Rand just likes to grill. But he lost to the Corn. The Corn will be back as well, I can confirm, in 2K22. Then we had the Shepherds. Were unveiled. Turns out it was Vince and Triple H. Who bloody knew? They were the Shepherds. That was shocking. And then they lost to Randy Hogan and Disco Viking. Bit of tension between Randy Hogan and Disco Viking there. Kept breaking each other's pins. So is that going to lead to anything on the way to WrestleMania? And then the main event, WrestleMania Games, the Gorillas versus the Herd Business, and the Gorillas bloody won. Unbelievable. So you had to win by KO or submission. Triple powerbomb, knocked out the Big Bad Wolf. The Gorillas won. Big Metal Gorilla. Stood tall at the end of the night. But there's more, Peters. I've got an exclusive.
Go on then.
So we know that the next episode of Wrestling Around is the 100th anniversary. The 100th episode anniversary.
We do.
And I can confirm all four of us will be there, but I can also confirm I'm so excited this has happened. I've been tweeting him. I've been on kind of the internet with him before, interacted with him a lot. He's agreed to come on the show. Business Horse is going to be joining us live on Wrestling Around 100th episode special. So Business Horse is going to be here.
So make sure you're around on Wednesday for that.
Yeah.
We'll also be covering Super Brawl 7.
Super Bowl 7.
Super Bowl 7.
Super Brawl.
You said Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Who was in Super Bowl 7? Imagine that.
I don't know. That would be a talent for the books, though, wouldn't it? If we just, turned into an American football podcast reviewing old Super Bowls.
Yeah, we probably will at some point. Yeah, I strongly remember when the Miami Dolphins beat the racist Washington Redskins.
I'm all for the Dolphins winning. I like the Dolphins.
The Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Yeah. Referee Tom Bell, I thought, had a really good game. Considering the Redskins were favourite by one, they actually lost to the Miami Dolphins.
What year was WrestleMania 7? Super Bowl 7?
It's 1973.
Brilliant. Right. Excellent. So I think that's everything for this week in the wrestling news roundup.
No, it's not. I think it's been a topic of conversation, so we're going to watch it now. You're going to react.
Oh God, yeah! So we've got a live reaction, haven't we? I totally forgot about this.
Of the classic WCW promo from 7.
So type in 7 WCW into YouTube.
We'll put a link in the description. What a way to go out this will be.
The listeners are probably thinking, how did this come up?
Oh shit! I've already played man too early. Fuck.
So how did this come up then?
I was discussing my roster for what will be my weekly
Oh god, this is dangerous territory.
Twitch. I just said, oh yes, Seven's going to be one of my characters.
Oh right, okay.
And Peter says, who's he?
Yeah.
Me and Lou are like, what? You've never seen Seven's debut promo? And he hasn't, so that's it.
So type in 7WCW into YouTube, and then we'll go on, Lou.
3, 2, 1, go. So Siobhan is, oh, here we are. This is fucking class. It's the fucking, is it one of the greatest wrestling moments of all time? It's new WCW.
It's like The Undertaker's appeared.
Yeah. So his character basically,
right now he's
non-Undertaker. So his character, I should say, but there was loads of vignettes from like staring at kids and that through windows.
That tash is really off-putting.
Yeah. In a style of kind of Cliff Richard and Saviour's David, but not the same, obviously, as that. The character, Cliff Richard.
Character, Cliff Richard.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, though, flying to the ring.
It does look cool.
Fella. Yeah.
It does look cool, to be fair.
They fucking loved a good rappel, didn't they? And,
so what year is this from? 1999?
1999, yeah.
How much in the toilet was WCW at this point?
Yeah, they were getting there.
Yeah.
Spring Stampede happened at this point, I think.
So Brait's character live.
He's just come back, so he's been Goldust for a bit, and he's sick of it. Weird character, so he's come in.
He's come back as another weird character.
Yeah, there's been some vignettes. Staring at the kids.
I was going to say, what do you reckon was going through his mind when he was floating down here? But because of what you two have just said and what's to come, we kind of know what's going through his mind by the sounds of it.
But it's
very dark. God, it's...
Yeah. It was a dark gimmick, really, because it says it was
horrendously filmed.
Non-skimmick. Just... But there he is.
There he is.
It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool entrance, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a cool entrance. I like that. Yeah,
the music's good. Weird. And he's just got white.
Oh,
there we go.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
As if he actually name drops the World Wrestling Federation.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way he was saying Goldust sucked, but he nearly got breast implants to make the Goldust.
So I don't think he was meant. I don't think this was. I think this was like a work shoot. I don't think he was actually making character. I think this was meant to happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I love the fact that he's been real serious, but he looks like this. This is the best part for me. Yeah, Dustin does so. Yeah. Well, I suppose now he's always been synonymous with the face paint, hasn't he? Oh, it looks even worse.
It's just like a moon.
That looks horrendous.
It looks like a fat Voldemort.
Yeah, he does.
I think the senses shoot up your ass.
We've got an awful sense of that.
Yeah, well, that was Turner Broadcaster, wasn't it? They were really.
Hang on, but they don't censor this one.
Yeah. They don't like the word ass for some reason, did he? Unless it was the one on Channel 5, yeah.
I don't know if they showed it about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
This is a very... What is this promo?
The Rhodes boys love name dropping a dad, don't they? Yeah.
What do you reckon they were thinking backstage while he was doing this?
I don't know, because I don't even think Russo was here in 1999. Or was this before then? Because did he come in the 2000s?
End of 99, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. So maybe it was. I don't know.
The bits under his eyes are really off-putting, the fact that they're just the normal skin colour.
Yeah, he looks very... I mean, I guess the whole point of his character was that he was like a creepy fucker. I mean, WCW was a miserable hell after this, so he's right in saying that.
Justin Rhodes.
Justin Rhodes.
See, even when he's talking to the mic, the lips, the paint's coming off his lips and that.
Yeah, and his thing. There you go. Are you glad you've seen it now? One of the greatest characters of all time.
One of the greatest promos of all time.
Yeah. It was out there.
And then he was the American Nightmare before Cody. That's where his character went.
That's another gimmick that could have stolen.
Yeah.
But thankfully, Dustin doesn't have an awful tattoo on his neck.
So the character was dropped after Turner Stands and Practice expressed concern the gimmick could be misinterpreted as a child abductor. So, as I said, nonce the Undertaker. That was his gimmick. Not just me. The words of Turner Stands and Practices.
So I'm going to guess that it's been building this character for like weeks and weeks. It's like this mysterious guy. And then the week that was planning on he's making his debut.
Turner were like, no, you're not doing that. Like, so, yeah, it says here, these vignettes contained ominous footage of Rhodes in full makeup standing outside a child's bedroom window. that was genuinely what happened.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So there's only one way you can interpret that, really, isn't he?
Oh, no.
Fantastical face paint character named Seven, but that's what he was doing.
Well, it'd be good to know that Seven will probably be returning in my Wrestled Around weekly show on Twitch. But it won't be an once. Or will he?
Will he?
Or will he?
I just don't know. I'm looking forward to Aaron streams more than I'm looking forward to my own, frankly. I might just retire from streams.
Altogether.
Yeah. I'm done. No, I've got to wait till Restaurant Mania too, Annie. But obviously, Business Arts is going to be on the show next week, so he'll let us know what he thinks of the situation.
And on that note, then, where can we find you both? Aaron, where can we find you?
Franklin Stan 91.
And where can we find the new Twitch channel?
Just be on the Rest Around.
Is that what you're doing it?
Twitch. Yeah, I believe so.
Sure will. Yeah.
Lou, where can we find you?
You can be able to find me at Lou Markham and at Restaurant, twitch.tv/Restaurant also.
And you can find me at Bell Nation everywhere. So thank you all for listening to the news this week. Been a bit of a different one, I think. A bit of interesting news, but we'll see what the next week brings. Thank you, Lou.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
And Via has still not made it to Raw.